Hi. Yeah, good evening. So I'll talk about monk mode and why you should kind of avoid it. I think at the beginning of this year, 2024, I kind of noticed this tweet I say things like pick a project, disappear for 6 months, come back come back to show people your results and you're good to go. Now, such advice sound very smart when they're on paper, but when it comes to practice, a lot of people get lost. Now, I say this because when it comes to monk mode to me is basically a very normal thing because of what I'm going to explain to you shortly. Now, before people get into monk mode, because of they have no real life experience and because the idea sounds fancy on paper, they do not they do not put what's it their personality type into perspective. Some people are very much extroverted, but still they think hiding for 6 months from your true self will get you to where you want to get to. Some people's projects requires them interacting with other people, yet they still think monk mode will help them achieve it. Now, like I said, personality type, it's easier for an introvert to get into monk mode. It's very difficult for an extrovert, precisely if your business has to do with interpersonal relationship. Trust me, it's going to be very difficult. Also, this idea of monk mode, if you look at it very well, it's like a short-term fix. It's a short-term fix. Now, other short-term fix we have are dieting. If you ever look at people who diet, most of them would snap back to their body shape or body weight in a very short period of time after they are done dieting. That's mostly because their goal was to just do the diet, not to maybe bake, not to shift their lifestyle. And with monk mode, what most people are trying to do is they want to get results quite alright, but they want to have this long term lifestyle shift. So you have people who are lazy. They want to be able to interact. They want to be able to get things done, have discipline. But because monk, like I said, monk mode is something that people would look up to and think is glamorous. They'll just run off with that idea and hold on and say, yeah, I did my monk mode 6 months. I went hard. So they feel pressure to want to go hard on a project. So what do we do to combat this short-term solution is actually look for those things, look for the goal you're trying to achieve or the project you're trying to work on. Now, think critically. What are those things that are basically hindering you and look for ways to take them out one after the other. In some people's cases, it's social media. We have the wrong diets. We have sometimes we have bad friends. Because also, the idea of monk mode tells you something. Pick a project, focus. Disappear, leave your friends. Work on a project, be productive. So, like I said, it's a very nice idea. It's a nice component of ideas baked into one concept, monk mode. I mean, precisely when people like Imagazi have done it. So it means that it works, right? Like I said, those are short-term fixes. And if you look at people who have results, 6 months, I have never seen anybody who has some good results in 6 months, some deep results in 6 months. And for those who have like some good results and they go ahead and brag about their results of 6 months, if you look at them, a lot of them don't have long-term success. This is not me trying to shade on them because I know people precisely the social media game where you see somebody growing an audience rapidly in 6 months. What will happen to them by the year 3 or year 4? They can't ride that wave for too long. So my advice here is look for those things that you need to remove or those habits you need to incorporate in your life. And look for how you can make them long term. Like for example, have periods of the day where you work, where you focus, like you focus for that period, and when you're done, you go and rest. Not work, grind for 6 months, and then when you're done, that's it. Like in most cases, the diet system, where people just go hard on a diet, and when they are done with the diet, most of them bounce back to their former body weight. What makes this idea of diet worse is some people do it for extrinsic reasons. That is what even makes it worse. So they can brag about the monk mode. Oh, I went hard on that project. I went hard. I think you should reward me. I think people should like me for how hard I worked. Nah, doesn't work that way. Also, people think if you disappear for 6 months, you, people would miss you a lot. In most cases, people will ask, "Oh, where have you been for 6 months?" And when you tell them you are on a project, you're working on a project for 6 months, most will not care. They'll be like, "Oh, how is it going?" Okay, no problems. That's it. So if you're entering monk mode for extrinsic reasons, then I'm super sorry. It's not reality. People would not care. It's just you that cares. So if you're to go into monk mode, rather if you're to go into a period of isolation, know that don't have this idea that people would miss you or people will care how much or how hard you worked on that project. And let me see. So what else? Okay, I think that's it basically. So for monk mode, my advice is pick a project or a goal and begin working towards it. Now, look for areas in your life that are basically hindering you, are stopping you basically. And look for habits you need to incorporate into your life, not for 6 months, what you're going to do for a long period of time. And also, give yourself time to be flexible, not distracted, flexible. So, if you work, try to take a rest. If you work out, have days where you rest. If you're disciplined on your diet, like I said, don't have a 60 or 90 days diet. Just bake it into your diet, and once in a while, treat yourself. Like right before I made this video, I had a bottle of soda. My last soda was about 2 weeks ago, and the soda before then was probably like a month or two ago. So I take it when I kind of like have a strong feeling for it, and also I don't stock them up in my fridge. So every time I want it, I will take a walk to go and get it. So whenever the impulse tells me to go and get it, ask myself if the walk is worth it. So that's it basically. Um, Please, before you enter the monk mode, consider your personality type. Know whether it's authentic to you. Pick a goal or a project you really, really, really want to work on, not something random that someone told you to do. Look for those habits or processes that hinder you, which is most likely social media, bad friends. When I say bad friends, I mean friends that don't want you to focus or to act on that project. Your diet, your sleep, and lastly, you need a community or support of friends and family. I mean, people who are optimistic about what you want to work on, what you want to achieve on. They will not believe in it, but they shouldn't tear you. They shouldn't tear it down. And if it's a community, if you want to focus on copywriting, focus on joining a copywriting community. If you want to build a startup, focus on joining a community that has fellow startup builders. They will basically help you. Like I said, we need that long-term boost. So that is my few cents on working live with personal on monk mode, of working long-term with monk mode. Like I said, apply these things into your life, but give room for flexibility, not distraction. So thank you very much for tuning in. Kindly share my video with somebody who you think will find it very helpful. Talk to you soon, and bye for now.